A designer who didn't care about trends, algorithms, or what would sell. He didn't care about clout, attention, or fame. He cared about creating, slowly, carefully. A designer who took punk music, horror films, and underground grunge and somehow turned it into high fashion. Not polished luxury, not traditional streetwear, but something different. His brand is Undercover. And today we're going to be talking about Jun Takahashi and how he mastered the art form of broken beauty. Alright, this guy is in the upper echelon, bro. He's one of the GOATs for surely. Jun Takahashi, punk music, and this is very important because it wasn't just about the music. It was about the attitude, the anti-authority, the anti-perfection, the idea that things could be raw, ugly, and broken and still be powerful. This philosophy would eventually define everything he's made in his entire career and be the fucking foundation for what his clothes mean. Honestly, it's crazy how life works for real. You never know what's in store for you. You never know what's next. Because Takahashi never wanted to be a designer. Up until he seen Comme des Garçons' first runway, and he realized something. That fashion doesn't have to be elegant, flawless, or beautiful. It could be experimental, rebellious, and even disturbing. Those experiments turned into something bigger. His own brand, Undercover. Undercover officially launched in 1993, but the real movement started in a small shop called Nowhere that he opened with his friend Nigo. Shout out Nigo, shout out Babe. And if you're going up, make sure you're doing it with your best friend. That's the only way. But look, this store became the hub for something special. Basically, the underground version of Japanese streetwear. Small brands, DIY graphics, American vintage, punk references, just everything that wasn't accepted in the normal fashion world. This tiny shop quietly helped shape modern street fashion, but Takashi wasn't trying to make streetwear. He was trying to make something never seen before in the fashion space. They ain't make that many yarn denim. They ain't make that many blue yarn denim, alright? Stop buying reps, but look, Undercover's early collections were raw, ripped tees, patch leather jackets, very clearly influenced by punk icons like Vivienne Westwood. But over time, something interesting happened. Takashi started mixing that aggression with romantic, almost delicate details. Lace, florals, beautiful tailoring, clothes that felt violent yet elegant. Undercover has produced a lot of grails. That's no secret. And another secret is they did not make that many blue yarn denim. Y'all niggas doing food, bruh. Y'all doing some fugazi shit, but listen. Stop buying reps all 2026. But listen, bro, I'm gonna put up some of my favorite garments on the screen while I break down some of these genres, you know what I'm saying? But look. What makes these pieces special? It's not just the designs, it's the storytelling. Each collection feels like a short film, a mood, or a strange dream, and that's intentional. Music, horror, and cinema. He knows ball. Directors like Kubrick, Lynch, and Argento. He knows ball. And I bet you Takashi got a letterbox out there. Undercover debuted Paris Fashion Week in 2002. The brand has grown far past Tokyo and is getting noticed by the industry. He's collaborated with Nike. He made that running line, Uniqlo Supreme. There's just a couple, okay? But unlike many designers, Takashi never fully went mainstream. Undercover still feels like that cult brand. That if you know brand. And that's part of what makes it goated. It never went mainstream. Jun Takahashi represents something rare in fashion today. A designer who never stopped being an outsider. His work sits between streetwear and couture, punk and romance, beauty and chaos. He proved that fashion can be dark, philosophical, almost uncomfortable, and still be incredibly beautiful. Many designers today borrow the ideas Takashi explored decades ago, and modern day fashion wouldn't be the same without him. Distressed garments, hybrid silhouettes, subculture references. He was doing all that before it became mainstream, trying to tell you what it is and what it ain't and what it's gonna be, bruh. Jun Takahashi is that he never chased relevancy. He never tried to dominate fashion. He just kept building and building in his own lane. Maybe that's why his work still feels so fresh, because real creativity rarely comes from trying to be popular, trying to be like everybody else. It usually comes from people who are just obsessed with making something something different, and Jun Takahashi might be the best example of that. The GOAT, feel me?